welcome back to my channel. So it is Wear Test Wednesday, and today I will be trying out the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. So I have used this foundation on clients before, just like at work and stuff like that, but I have never actually worn this myself. So I'm pretty excited to give it the good old wear test. So let me just give you a lowdown on this product before we apply it or anything like that. Obviously, I have nothing on my face. I'm not sure how this shade is going to be for me. We always make it work, so let's just jump right into it. We're gonna see how this foundation lasts and if it lives up to everything that it claims to be. If you don't know what wear tests are, or if you've never seen them, I basically just, I mean, it's exactly that. I test out a product and I wear it all day, and I do check-ins. Sometimes I do like a little bit of vlogging to kind of take you throughout my day so that you can kind of see what this foundation has to put up with throughout my day and stuff like that. If you've been here before, you know the drill. So I am on the Sephora website right now, and I have this pulled up. So the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation retails for $42, and it says that it's a medium to full coverage. I feel like I lost my breath there for a second. It's for all skin types: sensitive, normal, dry, combination, oily. The finish is matte, which, since I've played with this foundation before, I'm not sure if I completely agree with the fact that it's matte. I think it's more of a natural finish, but we'll see. And under the what it is section, it says an oil-free hydrating foundation that gives you flawless skin for 15 hours. Plus, it's tested to ensure that you look gorgeous in any light. What it does: achieve medium to full buildable coverage with a natural matte finish. This foundation blurs the look of imperfections with light diffusing spheres. Stays put for 15 hours of wear. No touch-ups needed. Lightweight and comfortable, it's exercise resistant, sweat resistant, and transfer proof, and it works on all skin types. And it's formulated without parabens and phthalates. I'll never know how to say that. What else you need to know: Smashbox consulted global makeup artists around the world to ensure their shade range works for all skin tones. They're also the only beauty brand with a lighting lab called Flashbox, where they test and perfect color consistency across all 22 shades in any light. This product is cruelty-free, vegan, and free of oil, fragrance, talc, and sodium lauryl sulfate. Under the how to use section, it says the suggested usage is: start with the photo finish primer. For the most natural finish, buff the foundation onto your face using short, quick strokes, and always start at the center of your face. Build and blend your way to customizable coverage. Pair with Studio Skin Concealer for flawless coverage that lasts up to 24 hours. For extra sheer coverage, warm between fingertips before applying. And that's pretty much it. We know that I am not going for sheer coverage, so we don't really have to worry about that. However, I will use this with the photo finish primer because that's what it says to use it with for best results. However, I'm wondering if I should just put the primer on one side of my face like usual, because my whole face feels like it could use a little bit of moisture. But you know what? This one does say that it's hydrating, so I'll just put the photo finish primerizer on one side of my face, and since this is hydrating, the rest of my face should be fine. Ooh, the coffee's hot. Burning my tongue a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply my Smashbox primerizer on one side of my face. I have a wear test on this video. I will link it with a little info card right here, right now, or right here, right now. I don't remember which side it comes up on, but right here, right now. I'll also have it linked in the description box if you want to see my thoughts on this. Obviously, I like it since I'm using it, but still have a little bit of lash glue left over. Girl, I did everything I could to get all my eye makeup off last night, and this lash glue is just, it's relentless. There's just a smidge left on there. My cat was very confused by that. Okay, so I will apply, I kind of want to apply it with a brush, so I'm just going to apply it with a brush. I've been using this a lot recently. I don't know, I just really like it. It's the Firma 103 brush. I got it in my Etsy glam bag. So I'm just going to pump that onto a little plate here, because I just got tired of putting foundations on the back of my hand and getting my hand a big mess, because forget about it. Yeah, I know this foundation oxidizes a little bit, so I can tell you right now it's going to be a little too dark for me, but I don't think it'll be that bad. you know, just going onto the skin right off the bat, it does feel really nice and hydrating. So hopefully that will make it kind of sit better on the skin throughout the day. Definitely a medium coverage. This foundation shade actually looks pretty good. If it doesn't change color that much, it actually looks really nice. Like, perfect. Yeah, I really like that shade. I mean, look at that with my neck. Like, in comparison to my neck, it looks really, really nice. Like, perfect. I thought it was gonna be too dark. I'm gonna take a little bit more, and I'm gonna use my Real Technique sponge just to see how it applies with a sponge. I'm planning on washing all my brushes and sponges tonight, so just ignore how dirty this one is. I mean, it's not bad with a sponge, but I've been liking brushes for my foundation. I just like the texture that it gives better. I don't know why. Yay, I'm so happy to have a foundation that like actually matches me. I feel like I've been trying so many foundations that have been too dark just because I was given the wrong shade, which is no one's fault. It just happens sometimes. So far I'm liking it, but I don't love it. I just feel like the texture of it isn't that great, you know? For it to be called studio skin, to me that sounds like high definition. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's gonna look like my skin even under like studio and HD camera lighting and stuff like that, you know? And this, I feel like it looks very textured around my pore areas and like my nose and in here. Like anywhere that I naturally have a little bit more texture, feels like it's really clinging to it, like more than other foundations have. So I don't know. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. We'll see. If it lasts really well, it definitely feels like it's mattifying. Like I can feel the longer it sits on my skin, like the drier it gets, which is kind of annoying because I have normal to dry skin, you know what I'm saying? And so with that, I don't want it to get dry. That would be great for oily skin, you know? But yeah, it's definitely getting more matte. It's not completely matte, at least not yet. We shall see. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys in close before I put any other makeup on so you can see how it's sitting by itself. So here is how everything is looking right now. It's all like in here that I feel like I see that texture. It definitely doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look amazing. You know what I'm saying? Here, all in here, and here. I really like the sheen that it's giving, but it does feel like it's getting like drier and drier the longer that it sits on my skin. And not in a bad way, not like, oh my god, it's like drying out my skin. I can feel it like settling a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where we are right now. Okay, I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup and I will hop back on here afterwards. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, you guys, so I just got done filming my tutorial. What do you think? This is what I filmed. It's like a very colorful, I used this Sephora Pro editorial palette, so it's like the really colorful palette, and it looks, I'm pretty dang happy with how it came out. So let me know if you like it. If you do, I'm gonna leave a link to it in, or I'll probably leave an info card or something. I feel like I've said that like 3 million times in this video, but I can't remember. I've filmed like 4 videos today, so I can't keep track. Okay, guys. So yeah, I just wanted to do this quick little check-in. My husband got me this cute little light. Let me show it to you. Oh, sorry. It's this cute little ring light that I can put on my phone. So he got it for me for Christmas, and he was like, yeah, now whenever you do your wear test, you'll always have good lighting. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're the best. My husband is just the best and the sweetest, and he's just everything to me. I love him so much. Anyways, here's how my foundation's looking. I told you that I was going to, you know, show it to you guys before I got off camera. Filming took quite longer than I planned it to, but you know, that just happens sometimes. So this foundation is looking, especially on my nose, like in this area, it looks really, really textured. Like, I'm not happy with the way that it looks in here. The pore area looks a lot better, but on my nose, I think it's just what's really bothering me. Sorry, I'm trying to like look at it in the mirror while yeah. I did also have to touch it up. Like, I had to take some off and replace it because whenever I was doing my my tutorial, I had quite a bit of fallout, so I had to clean it up. But yeah, so I just wanted to pop on here, show you guys where we're at, what I'm thinking of it so far. I'm just not loving the texture around my nose. Everywhere else is pretty much fine. not the smoothest foundation I've ever seen, but not the worst, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where we are right now. I will do another check-in in a little bit. I think I'm gonna go to a coffee shop by our house called Filtered, and I'm just gonna kind of hunker down, edit some mini tutorials for you guys for Instagram, and just kind of work on some other stuff. Yeah, that's what I have planned for today. So I also have to do some cleaning. I have to clean my living room. I need to clean my studio desperately. I need to clean my studio because it is, I should seriously do it before and after or something because it's a hot mess. Guys, like, we still have stuff out from like wrapping paper from whenever I made a prosthetic rib cage, not wrapping paper, tissue paper from whenever I made a prosthetic rib cage for a project that I was hired for. And then we have like suitcases out from whenever we traveled a little bit out of town, but not really out of state. It was literally just out of town for my mom's wedding. Anyways, there's just stuff all over the place. I'll show you guys, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go get started with my day officially, finally, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, check-in number 2. So, or would this technically be number 3 since I do my intro? I don't know. Anyways, look at this foundation, you guys. It looks super nice. Like, I mean, obviously we still have that texture around the nose area, but it has not like moved or changed or worn off or anything. Like, everything's still there on my chin as far as I can tell. And I can even feel like it feels like it has adhered to my skin. Like, it kind of reminds me of the Fenty foundation, which I said that I have never used a foundation like the Fenty foundation before, but this one is actually reminds me a lot of the Fenty foundation. Like, it hasn't settled into my forehead wrinkles. It just hasn't moved at all since I applied it. I mean, again, a little bit, it's obviously like that drier formula, so it has a little bit more texture to it, but other than that, I mean, it's absolutely perfect. Like, it still looks absolutely perfect. I applied it around 11 o'clock and it is now, I think, almost 8 o'clock, if not past 8 o'clock already, and it looks amazing. Like, it looks freshly applied. So far so good. Guys, I've had some pretty dang good luck with foundations here recently. The Fenty foundation went really well. The Stila foundation went really well. This foundation's going really well. Like, I'm pretty excited about it. That's where we are right now. I mean, not much else to say. I've gotten a lot done today, so I'm really proud of myself. I have tomorrow's video uploading right now, and this video will be up on Monday, so the video that I'm talking about will already be up, but I will link it in my description box. I filmed like a year in review kind of thing. So I talked about like what I learned in 2017 and what I have planned for 2018 and what I'm looking forward to. And I actually open up and share a little bit of my struggles with depression and stuff like that, and some things that have happened in 2017 that weren't the easiest to deal with. So if you guys are interested in any of that, I will have an info card inserted right here, and then I will also link it down in the description box. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. I have a lot of cleaning I need to do around my house. I'm back home. I went and chilled at a coffee shop and just kind of hunkered down and got some work done, and now I'm back home and I just ate, and now I'm gonna clean and hopefully get a bunch done around the house. So I will check in a little bit. All right, so this is my last check-in of the night. My lips are falling apart, but everything else is still intact. So this is a wear test gone very, very well, because I mean, look at this foundation. It still looks freshly applied. I mean, it still looks exactly the same. It has worn off just a little bit around my nose area right here, but I was touching my nose a lot because y'all know it's winter time and that's just how it is. But it has been on for a full 12 hours. It has not worn off around my chin. It has not broken up around my nose. It has not settled into my forehead wrinkles. I mean, it is perfect. I have to say, I think this is my new favorite foundation. I was on the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick for a while. I was on a kick with that one for a while. But this one I think is taking the cake, even over that one. Like this one, it looks so nice. And the texture is way better than Fenty. I mean, even though there is still a little bit more texture than say like with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick. So if you're gonna do makeup for like photos or something like that, I would go with the Ultra HD stick or a more photogenic formula. But if you're just wanting longevity, like this is perfect. And the fact that it's hydrating, like my skin doesn't feel dried out or anything. It actually feels very moist. Sorry, I said moist, but it doesn't feel dry, nowhere near as dry as the Fenty formula. Like it still feels very comfortable on the skin. I mean, this foundation is everything to me right now. I am obsessed with it. So this wear test has gone very well. I definitely think it's worth the price. I mean, only 41 or was it 42? Around there, especially for that price point. I mean, come on, the YSL All Hours is $58 and it didn't perform near as well as this one performed. I mean, this is just perfection. Like this is what I love my foundation to be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is about everything that I have to say about this foundation. Can't beat the price, can't beat the longevity. The texture of it could be improved, but I feel like that probably just has to do with like the formula that they had to make it to have the kind of longevity that it has. So I think that little tiny bit of extra texture is well worth you getting a foundation that, I mean, because obviously it's like my skin still looks smooth, especially from a distance. It only looks textured if you're like up this close, you know what I'm saying? But almost anything is gonna look textured like that, especially whenever I'm doing higher end brands. I kind of micro pick at things. So obviously from a distance, it's perfectly fine. Like I said, for photos, I would go with something a little bit more HD, but for everyday wear, or just at least on those days that you know it's gonna be a long day, you need that longevity, you need to look fabulous all day, this is the perfect foundation for you. And the fact that it works with all skin types, whatever, you know, can't beat that. Much better than like the Stila Stay All Day example, for example, because that one is only for normal skin types, which doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, who has normal skin? I have normal skin, but like I know that that's a rarity, so whatever. Anyways, that's it for this check-in, I guess. All right, you guys, so I guess that wraps up today's video. I am so glad to have such success with a product. It makes me feel confident and it just excites me, you know, whenever products work really well and they claim to be, or they live up to all that they claim to be, you know, it's exciting. And these are the kind of wear tests that I love to do because I'm just like, yes, a good product. Like it just makes you feel good. Super excited about this. I highly recommend it. Definitely go get a sample from Sephora if you want to try it from yourself, or just buy it. I say just buy it, just go for it, you know. I think that they also carry it at Ulta. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that they do, at least online they do. So yeah, that wraps up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can see more videos like this. Also hit that notification bell so that you don't miss my next uploads. I upload 3 times a week, tutorials on Mondays, wear tests on Wednesdays, and then just whatever I want to upload on Fridays, or whatever you guys want me to upload on Fridays. So if you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below, and I will see you all in Friday's video. Bye!